Ladies and gentlemen, look what happens when you upset the corporate matrix that we all live in. I am now being escorted out of the shopping centre because I am coming with messages of peace and love. I'm here to remind you all that you are the only example of you that has ever existed on this planet. And there's not any jewelry or chocolate or fragrance or Clark shoes or anything, any clothes here that you need to make you feel any happier about yourself. You were born perfect, and it's only the big corporations and all the advertising that tries to tell us that we're not perfect. We are all amazing. All the women here are amazing, especially that cute one over there. And there's no makeup or perfume that you need for me to like you anymore. You do not need to carry on shopping this Christmas. You just need to give your family a hug and a kiss. Make them a Christmas card that you make yourself. Don't buy it from Clinton cards. Don't support the corporations. We used to be powerful people in this country, but now we are just slaves and we do as we are told. We are under constant surveillance by CCTV. And we do nothing about it. And then someone comes along and tries to question the system and they get kicked out by security. Fair enough, they've been very friendly, but I am getting kicked out nonetheless. So this is what happens when you bring a message to people which isn't paid for by a large company like McDonald's or Next. Anyone tries to do something different, they are shut down immediately, and quite right too. We can't have people, crazy people with mustaches and megaphones trying to give you an alternate message. They are obviously terrorists, and I am quite glad I've been kicked out. Ladies and gentlemen of Fenwick, this is a message from Fenwick Management. We strongly advise everyone to please shop a bit harder and support our store. The rents in this location in Newcastle are very expensive, and unless everyone here spends at least £100 today, we might be forced to shut down. So please, don't stand around here and smile. Smiling is bad for the economy. We need you to work a bit harder. That's for the staff here. I work for management, so you have to do as you're told. And for all the shoppers here, there's lots of perfume because you smell like rubbish. There's lots of makeup around here because you're all ugly. And remember, there's lots of nice expensive clothes upstairs because unless you wear designer labels, people will not like you. It's very important everyone has designer labels on their chest and on their bum. Unless you are fully sponsored by Giorgio Armani, women will not think you are sexy. Unless you wear the latest Chanel perfume, men will think you smell like a pig. The word pig brings me nicely onto swine flu. Make sure that you stay as terrified as possible of swine flu. Swine flu is your new Al-Qaeda, so stay as terrified as possible. Make sure you are an obedient citizen and that you take your vaccine in your bottom, as you have been told by the mainstream media and the newspapers and the government. After being scared of swine flu, we'll find something else for you to be scared of. But for now, this is a message from Fenwick Management. Keep on shopping and do not stand around and listen to me. You could be buying something right now. Remember, your children will not be happy unless you spend at least £1,000 on each of them. Christmas is about giving and giving material objects. That is all Christmas is about. It has nothing to do with Jesus, nothing to do with the Bible, nothing to do with family, and everything to do with buying lots of nice things for your family. Remember, if your neighbor gives your child a PS3, that's a PlayStation 3, make sure you give your child a PlayStation 3 and a plasma television. You must do better than your neighbor. Keep working, keep shopping. There is nothing more to your life. You are not divine and special human beings. You are flesh and blood consumers. So act accordingly and have a great weekend. And remember, this is my message now. There is nothing in this department store that you actually need to buy that would make you any happier than you already are. You know this in your hearts. Everyone knows this, but somehow we're all under a mass hypnotic spell and we carry on shopping. I am no different. I bought this megaphone just a couple of weeks ago. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's quite popular. We will ask security to come and ask us to leave. It's private property. We don't have the right.
This is corporate property, it's not.
We are a private company.
But it's not private individuals that own it.
It is private individuals. Fenwick family own this business.
Well, the company that they own, the limited company of Fenwick, owns this business, not them as individuals. I wouldn't walk into someone's home and do this, of
It's a
course.
private business. It's private property. If you'd like us to ask
Hey, sorry, are you a manager?
General manager.
I'm Charlie.
Hi.
Sorry.
Mind?
Yeah, we're doing it for
No, I appreciate what you're doing.
spiritual reasons. It's not
I
against
appreciate
the
what you're doing. Would you mind leaving?
Yeah, You've been really nice. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks.
You are not a special human being. You are just a sheep in a livestock management program. So please shop as quickly as you can. Always do what you are told. Do not rock the boat. Always obey the police. The police have your best interests at heart. They are not here to control you. The police are not here to maintain the private property rights of the ruling class. Oh no.
That comes out really well. Quality comes out really well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather round if you want to be very bored and not entertained in the slightest. I have nothing interesting to say, but I just want to tell a few home truths about the world we live in. Because someone has to say it amidst all this corporate controlled media and lies fed to us every day about swine flu and terrorism and the climate. Some of the astute people here will have watched the news recently where those emails were leaked from the University of East Anglia, which actually proved that climate scientists were making up lies about the environment to blame you guys, telling you guys that there's too many of you and that you're destroying this planet. The planet has in fact been getting cooler for the last 5 years. In fact, it's quite cold today, so I don't see very much global warming. This world has had many hot periods, icy periods, warm periods, and who knows, we might be entering another warm period. But it's not you guys causing it. It's not you guys breathing out CO2, carbon dioxide, which is destroying this planet. It's all the big corporations all around us that turns every single store on the high street into an absolute clone of each other. Anyway, these emails were leaked from the University of East Anglia. Right? And the climate scientists actually admitted they were lying. They were inventing data to keep you scared of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just crazy people with megaphones, so please don't believe anything I say. It's very important you think for yourself, and don't believe anything the government says, or the corporations, or the newspapers. In fact, I don't want you to think that I'm here with all the answers. I'm only here with the questions. The questions are, what the hell are we doing here on this planet? Why are there people starving all around the world when we get to drive in nice expensive cars and live in big cities that look identical to other cities? What is the meaning of life? Was I born really to go to school and have information fed down my throat so I could get a job in a glass and metal cage for 40 years so I could then retire? Is that really the best we can come up with in 2009 in this world? I think we could do better. I think we could do a lot better.
Fuck. Use it hard. That's a good sign, Charlie. You've been close.
That's it. I've been shut down.
We have a look at this.
Well done, Miss.
Oh, it's a good heckle.
Ladies and gentlemen, by executive order of the Love Police, this shopping mall has now been shut down for selling you useless trinkets that you don't need to make you happy. This is the Love Police. Your car is too expensive and it makes other people feel like peasants. Ladies, please remember, men who buy very big expensive cars usually have very small something else. I ride a bicycle. Ladies and gentlemen, do not rob banks. Do not rob vehicles like this. Only people with metal.